Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, BaHashem, or Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the mighty Akim, Wathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakub coming at you with another lesson. And today's lesson, I want to go into prayer. So let's start with this. First Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 17, pray without ceasing. All right, so you see over here it says to that, just I mean, it doesn't get any more simple than that. Just pray without ceasing. Okay, so I mean, like, Slakia, it's kind of funny because this is just like the most straight and to the point precept, verse you can get when it comes to stuff like this, where it literally just flat out says, pray without ceasing. Anyway, slacky about that. But my reason for bringing this up is because I just recently made a realization, and the stuff about this is that I've been seeing the benefits to praying before, okay, but I seen the benefits to it, but I didn't really acknowledge it until recently, okay, which I believe was like last week or something like that, or maybe yesterday, where what happened was something bad had happened. I was starting to panic a bit. So what I like to do whenever what I've gotten into the habit of doing personally is whenever I get panicky, whenever I get afraid or something like that, I just go, okay, you know what? Let me take a step back. Let me go somewhere to pray. Let me go do X, Y, and Z. And then, let me just ask the Lord to make the things better. When in actuality, what happened was that as I was praying, it kind of feels like to me, and this is not just something that happened yesterday, but it's been happening multiple times, and I didn't even really acknowledge it, like that was what was going on. All right, so basically what happened was I would just think, okay, so let me go pray and ask the Lord to miraculously do something or have his miracle all happen, because I don't know how the Lord is gonna fix it. I don't know how the Lord fix things, but I just ask, Yahawadah, please, like, help, please do something X, Y, and Z. And lo and behold, what happened instead was the Lord just gave me the solution to the issue when I went to go sit down to pray. And again, as I said before, like, I'm over here thinking, but prior to me praying, I'm over here thinking about, okay, what can I do? What are these multiple different options? Like, I'm thinking, like, okay, things are not looking good. Like, it looks bad. I'm not panicking yet, but I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to panic. And when I just say, okay, well, let me take a step back. Let me ask the Lord. Let me quote unquote ask the Lord, or just ask the Lord in the sense of, like, not necessarily looking for the answer, or in terms of what I can do, but more so looking for the answer as in, what is the Lord going to do? How is the Lord going to rectify this solution? And basically the answer turned out to be that the Lord is going to make things better for me, or the Lord is going to interfere. The Lord's going to step in and adjust things, fix things, or whatever. All right, so that's where it comes into play, where it's like, okay, like, I'm over here, and now when I'm praying, now when I'm actually thinking about it, now when I'm sitting down and waiting for the Lord to adjust stuff and whatnot, that's when I'm sitting down and asking the Lord to fix things, then that's when the Lord, is like, okay, let me put the spirit, let me put the mindset on him on Kawakub or whatever to to do this. Let me put the spirit on Kawakub to have this answer now when he's praying. And that's when it's like, okay, you know what? The answer showed itself, and then it worked out. That was the thing. That was the additional factor to it, where when I actually thought, hold on, that's a good idea. As I'm praying, all right, because I'm over here asking, Yahawadah, like, I don't know what to do. Please help me find a solution. And then as I'm praying, like, the solution pops up in my head. I actually go and do it, and then lo and behold, it actually works out. It's all good. All right, so that's what I was like, like for something to have worked out like that. It's very beautiful, and again, I appreciate the Lord, doing it. I appreciate that the Lord, helped me out, let me know, hey, this is the thing, you got this. This is the answer to this thing, in the matter of just me taking the time to go and pray. Right? It's literally that. It was literally that simple, and I'm very grateful. And again, it goes back into the power of prayer. All right, and that's the thing, because I did a lesson on this before, where I searched up statistics of how many people pray, and apparently it's like 50%. I'll say 50% of the American population, as per the stats that I was able to find. Slovakia, 50%, almost 50%, less than 50% of American men or people in general pray. And then in Canada, it's even less. I think it's like 20% or something like that, or 13%. I forgot the number. All right. So over here, specifically for us Israelites, we need Slaki. Let me get this precept. All right, because you have to understand that prayer is a very powerful thing. Okay, you need to pray. All right. Matthew chapter 17 verse 21. Howbeit this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting. So basically, the context of this is Yahawashi had rebuked a demon. All right, and he's demonstrating to his disciples and telling them that, okay, yeah, if you want to get rid of these demons, you have to, sometimes you're going to need to be fasting and praying and asking the Lord for it if your faith is not high enough to get rid of said demons. All right. So as a result of that, that was what he was kind of telling them and showing them, like, okay, you know what? Yeah, you might not have enough faith, but in instances like that, what you need to do is call on the Lord and ask the Lord for his intervention, for his involvement in whatever situation that you're faced with. Because, oftentimes we are faced with spiritual warfare. So, rather than us, struggling against certain things, you can just instead pray on the Lord, pray to the Lord, and have the Lord handle the situation for you. All right, rather than you always hear, because that's the thing, Slocky, that's the thing. You can do nothing on your own. Okay, the Lord did not give. The Lord is the one that gives power to people. Slocky, let me get this. John 15:5. I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me, ye can do nothing. Okay, so basically, again, this is a reminder that all our power as Israelites come from Yahawadah. Another precept I wanted to get is this. What was it? It was I can't remember Slakia. I thought it was Anyway, whatever. Let's keep moving on. Basically, the main thing is in general how Slakia. In general, how you have people. You have certain people that are what's the word? What's the word? Like, what's the term? Slakia. You basically have people that don't that think, oh yeah, I can do everything all by myself, but in actuality, it's the Lord that blesses us with the capabilities to do so. Especially for Israel, which Israel is a big example of that. If you go to the Old Testament, the first I guess 10 books, really, where Israel was only able to win their wars because of YAHAWAH. When the Lord YAHAWAH was not with them, the Israelites would lose wars. Even in Joshua, all right, let's actually get that. Joshua 10 and 11. I thought it was 11 and 11. Joshua 10 and 11. And it came to pass as they fled from before Israel and were in the going down to Beth Horon, that the Lord cast down great storms from heaven upon them unto Azekah, and they died. They were more which died with hailstones than they whom the children of Israel slew with the sword. So this is a complete Slakia. This is a complete display in how the Lord he didn't even let them participate. Slakia, not necessarily participate. It's more so along the lines of the Lord just took over completely. Like he was the main. He was the main force in that fight, basically. All right, where you have the misunderstanding, once again, going into that again, where people think, oh yeah, I'm strong, I'm gonna do things myself, or I can handle stuff myself, I have the power, I'm strong, or I'm an independent woman, I'm an independent whatever. All right, when in actuality, no, you're not independent. All right, you're at the end of the day, anything and everything that we get is from Yahawadah, Yahawashi. All right, and that's just the reality of it. All right, people will get a big head and think, oh yeah, this is all me. This is all me. I'm the one that has control over my life, or I'm the one that can do all these things. I'm the great one. I'm the one that's top dog or whatever the frick. All right, you have people that think like this, and their pride, okay, is misplaced. All right, they think that they're the ones that are masters of faith, if you want to call it that, and whatnot. All right, thinking that it's something that you can do or something that you can control, when in actuality, no, it's not. It's not what you can do. It's not what you can control. Okay, because it's Yahawadah that is in charge of these things. All right. So as a result of that, yeah, this is where you have this division, mind you, of people misunderstanding things. Okay, because even the Israelites, even as Israelites, we may be, what's the word, a great nation, but at the end of the day, we're not. We're limited to what the Lord makes us out to be. All right, and that's not to talk down on us or anything like that, or to say that we're lowly. No, absolutely not. We are still great, but the thing is that we are better. We are better. We're able to perform better. We're able to do better only if the Lord is on our side. All right. So that's basically the main thing, the key point to kind of drive home. All right. So yeah, let me continue on. James chapter 1 verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh, give it to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. And this is another thing where, even in the example that I had shown, where I was panicking, I just, in my panic, I went to go take a second to go pray. All right, even though things were getting a little bit bad, you pray, and it doesn't matter where you are, and I still will always say, because I've made lessons before, you should always find time to pray. Always find time to, even if you're like at work and whatnot. If you're not talking to anyone, like, I'm not saying to like talk to yourself or pretend like you have an imaginary friend or anything like that, but like, just like think in your mind, do a quick prayer and say like, YAHAWASHI, I hate how this evil wicked kingdom is going on. You look at all these wicked people and whatnot. Tell the Lord your worries. All right, like that's another thing that the Lord literally said. That's in the scriptures. First Peter chapter 5 verse 7, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. Okay, that's the perfect time. Who needs a therapy? Well, Slocky, I'm not saying this is not medical information or anything like that, or even psychological information, but just in general, maybe letting the Lord know, hey, Yahawadah, I have some issues with work, so I really need you to help me out. Some people, some this, some whatever, so please just, guide me through these certain issues that I'm dealing with. I need you, Yahawadah, to guide me. I need you to be involved to X, Y, and Z and whatnot. Like, and you never know. Maybe you'll see that things are getting better. Maybe you'll see that, okay, I see the Lord helping me out. I see the Lord, he did something. I just complained about X, Y, and Z, and now the Lord's helping me out with this. All right, so like these are some certain things that you can take into account. Just spend some time, like, because that's the thing. All right, if you think about it, Slock, if you think about it, like, we all might need someone to talk to, and who better than Yahawadah, okay, especially when he can fix and resolve all these conflicts. All right, especially when they get too hard for us. All right, so yeah, that's basically it. I just want to give an example on the power of prayer and how, speaking as a man through my own experiences, I've been able to see that the Lord, he's helping me out. He's showing me, things are going good. He's going to help me out. He's going to improve things and whatnot. So just for those that, might be going through certain things, just ask the Lord the same. Ask the Lord for help as well. All right. And that's another thing, Slakia. Because people, they don't pray. They really don't pray. And that's the thing I really notice. I feel like people, I don't know the exact numbers of how oftenly people pray, but people, they don't pray like, I think they might pray at night. But, one thing that I learned is, brothers be praying right before they leave the house. Every time they leave the house, I try to do that whenever I can remember. I always try to say a quick prayer in case I leave and something like that. I say a quick prayer after I come back, thanking the Lord for allowing me to just make it back home safely. Like that's a blessing. That's a blessing in and of itself, that you didn't get killed by Esau Edom. You didn't get gunned down or have some unfair, unrighteous this devil come attacking you and whatnot, like that is a blessing in and of itself. All right, so yeah, you have to be able to just take the time to say, like, throw up a quick prayer or something. All right, like this is very important. Okay, you don't just take this stuff for granted. All right, and that's the thing. I'm not even mad at anyone in particular, but it's something to really think about. Honestly, you have to really think about this type of stuff of, like, I've been able to go to work every day, go wherever the hell I'm going every day, and enjoy myself. But it's just like, maybe I should just take a step back and just appreciate the fact that the Lord was able to allow me to get home without anything bad happening. I'm able to keep on going, keep on enduring until the Lord delivers us. All right, and these are the things that you really need to remember to thank the Lord for. All right, so yeah, that's basically it. Another thing, is people. I think people. It's a thing that I know from childhood. Certain Christian families do, but I don't know how it translates to people in modern day, because I've been hearing that Christians. I've been hearing that Christians lately, they haven't been praying as much, or they don't pray as oftenly, and even people, I guess, Israelites in the truth, I have been seeing or hearing that some Israelites, they don't even pray every day as well, which is absolutely outrageous. But anyway, yeah, that's basically it. I'm not trying to shame anyone. Well, you should be ashamed. You should be ashamed if you're an Israelite, if you know you're an Israelite, or just a believer in general, then you should definitely be ashamed that you don't pray every day. So anyway, with that, praise system was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakwakbadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Abad Babal, and Shalom.